Here comes Paula.
Hello.
Yay!
What a great show.
Yeah.
And I am so honored, being a military brat myself. I am honored to introduce our new Miss USA, Miss USA 2016, Lieutenant Deshauna Barber.
Okay, go. Great. I think our first question is from Robin over there.
Thank you. There's a question for Paula and Deshauna. This is mission accomplished for you. You're in the Army. If you get called for duty, Paula, how do you juggle a military career? Can you get a year off from the Army to be Miss USA? Have either of you talked about this conundrum that you now both face?
Well, because I'm in the Army Reserves, I'm only obligated to 2 days a month. I have been in touch with my unit. They do know that I'm here. My commander should be watching right now, and we have had a discussion on putting me to an IRR, which is Inactive Ready Reserve, and that would allow me to have a couple of years off. But it's a discussion that we were going to discuss if I were to win Miss USA. Now that I have, we'll be discussing the paperwork. But 2 days a month is definitely not active duty. It is an obligation that I signed up for, but they are very flexible in the United States Army Reserves.
So do you think you'll get 2 days off from Paula to do Army and Crown?
That's a discussion we'll be having. Thank you.
First of all, congratulations on winning the title tonight.
Thank you.
As a woman of the Army, how are you going to use the power of your crown to veteran causes?
Well, I've actually already been promoting in Washington, D.C., my platform, which is PTSD Care for Our Veterans. So now I'll be able to do that on a wider scale as Miss USA.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This question is actually for Miss USA organizers. There's been some comments from viewers on social media that they thought this show is actually more boring or somehow less flashy because Donald Trump was no longer involved. Did you guys do any comment on that? And otherwise, did you do anything different with the programming?
I didn't think this show was boring, so. We're all about the first opinion, so that's fine. That's one of the things with social media. People always have an opinion, and they're never the same. So I'm fine. This was an amazing show. I don't think this was I'm fine with it.
Deshauna, congratulations. Right here. Hi.
Thank you.
The question that you were asked was right in your wheelhouse,
Absolutely.
and you nailed it.
Thank you.
The other questions were pretty tough, and I'm wondering what you thought about the other questions and whether you felt for the other contestants who had to handle those questions.
Well, I think that's kind of the responsibility of a title holder when we compete. We are asked questions about current events, we're asked controversial questions, and that's why we come in prepared with our opinions. And I think that the title holders did an awesome job responding to those very difficult questions.
So, Deshauna and Paula again, two questions. Standing there in in those final seconds, you began to get very emotional. Were you praying that you could hold it together, or what was ticking through your mind as you were standing there with Miss Hawaii?
Well, Miss Hawaii is very beautiful, and I think it was a little bit shocking that I was even given the opportunity to stand next to her because she's an amazing girl, and I knew that either one of us would have been an awesome representation of the Miss Universe organization. So I guess I would just felt very emotional and honored to be standing in that moment with her.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What is your message, New Miss USA, to our people for the next election?
What's my message? I'm sorry.
From the people for the next presidential election we are going to have in the US.
What's my message to them?
To our people.
For the ones running for president?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My message to them is congratulations on making it this far. And I haven't heard anything from them. Maybe I missed it in regards to what they plan on doing about our veterans, what they plan on doing about veterans that are suffering from PTSD, and what they plan on doing about the backlog at the VA. So I would really like to know what they want to do in regards to our military and bringing our troops home. I have a best friend deployed in Afghanistan right now, and I'd love to know their background on that because I think that a lot of the topics that they discuss isn't as important. Thank you.
Deshauna, Miss USA, congratulations.
Thank you.
We'd like to know, you exude such inner strength and confidence.
Thank you.
Do you attribute that to your military service, or is it was just already existing in your DNA?
Well, that's so sweet of you. It's actually engraved in my childhood, my household. My mother and father both served, and I think that disciplinary, I think that disciplinary environment really made us as confident as possible. Our interaction with our parents and them challenging us as much as possible really pushed us to have that inner strength and have that confidence. So when I decided I wanted to join the military, I think that it helped it. It allowed me to be in a very male-dominated industry, and it challenged me. So I think you have to be confident in the industry that I work in.
Great. I think we'll 2 more questions. Okay, one here.
First of all, as one officer to another, thank you for your service. I sure do appreciate it.
Thank you.
I served myself in the Army,
Oh,
and I'm proud of it.
go Army.
My question is, now that you are Miss USA, you represent a lot of women in the military service, not only in the military, but outside of military service as veterans. How would you put your service to them to help them achieve the goal that you have achieved?
Well, what I would do is absolutely tell them to continue to chase their dreams. Some of our veterans, they come back from deployments or they go into combat and they start dealing with those internal battles that a lot of us don't see. So my main thing is lowering the number of 22 suicides from veterans each and every day. That has been my main platform in Washington, D.C., and I want to widen that on a global scale as Miss USA. So I would tell them that today, tomorrow, to focus on the next day, and that your struggles will eventually fade away.
Woo.
Thank you.
Miss USA, congratulations.
Thank you.
Go Army, Black. I have a question. For you being the daughter of 2 military parents, you also served in the U.S. Army, what was the reaction from your parents when you told them, hey, I want to get into the pageantry side of things? Can you walk us through that experience? Go ahead.
Well, my dad was never really a fan of pageants. He's retired. He was Special Forces, retired as a Master Sergeant. And, me getting glammed up and competing against girls and sometimes losing, he has a tendency to get a little bit upset. And I think that kind of contributed to his perception on pageantry, but I think I've actually changed his perception because there's been so much positivity that's come out of me being Miss District of Columbia USA and competing. So my mother, on the other hand, has been all for it, and I know she's actually at home right now having a church watch party. She's probably freaking out right now, but they're kind of 2 opposite sides of the spectrum. He hates it, she loves it, but they support me. He was here today, and he's smiling from ear to ear, so I think he's satisfied. Thank you.
I think we'll do a photo with Paul and Deshauna, and then we're...
Yeah, just a couple more just without money. Just right here, Tim.
In the Army, but this is our first winter. And I do have to say two things. That I'm an admiral's daughter, so and I just found out that we have the same birthday, which happens to be the same weekend as the Army Navy game. So it's going to be very wild for us. I know we're going to be. It's on.
And the two of you